What's up, guys? I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Christian, and welcome to Project 315.
Project 315 is probably one of the most exciting things to ever happen to Ask Us Why. As a Christian apparel company, we swore to never just be another Christian apparel company. Ministry is where our heart is, and so anywhere we can add value to the believer and grow the body, we jump on. So far, we've done this through our podcast, which is called Vessels, as well as our 10 Cents podcast, it's just me and Christian, through our social media and the posts that we put out every single day, and through the Resource Hub. And the Resource Hub is basically a collection of articles that we have written on what we believe are relevant or important topics that the believer needs to understand as they walk in their journey with Christ. And so the only problem is that these are not in person, and we desire in-person relationships. And so that's what's brought us to Project 315.
Our passion for the next generation of believers is on par with any other youth or young adults pastor, because we know how important it is to invest into them and prepare them for the future. We also know that there's a lot going on in the world that distorts and deceives this generation's understanding of Jesus in the Bible, and it distracts them from living out who Jesus calls them to be.
Project 315 is rooted in the idea of getting involved with local church youth ministries and empowering students to not only live out the gospel, but more importantly, to understand why they believe what they believe. You and I are both aware that many of these kids haven't established a faith of their own yet, but rather one of either their parents or their friends.
We are driven to help these young believers understand the why in their faith. It's actually where the project gets its name. 1 Peter 3:15, which says, "But in your hearts revere Christ as Lord. Always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you to give the reason for the hope that you have."
So here's how Project 315 works. It starts with a vacation. Well, more like a break. We know how much responsibility you have, and we want to give you a chance to catch up and breathe. While you get a chance to catch up and breathe, get ahead, or even just rest, we step in for your service. We bring a message centered around three things. One, understanding the true gospel and why we believe it. Two, what is God's will for us and how we should live? And three, how do we live that out?
What follows is probably our favorite part, the takeaway. Rather than just another guest speaker bringing a message that most people will likely forget, we bring a takeaway that they can actually take home, like literally. Being a Christian apparel company, we have centered our clothing around three key aspects. Number one, starting the conversation. Number two, sharing the gospel. Or number three, encouraging the believer. All of our designs are based around those ideas. One of our best-selling shirts is our Ask Me About Jesus tee. This tee helps to start the conversation with those in the harvest and give believers the chance to share their faith. This shirt is that takeaway.
I kind of threw it up early, so sorry about that. This is the shirt. Tangible takeaways have always been something that we have seen as valuable and effective in bringing messages to students that go beyond the walls of service. Together with a powerful, thought-provoking, and engaging message and t-shirt, we are confident that we can help give the next generation the spark it needs to create revival and a fire for the Lord like no other.
Like no other. With that in mind, here's how you can get involved. Reach out to us through the contact form on our Project 315 page. Let us know a few details about who you are, where you're based, what area you oversee, and a few others. We would love nothing more than to just sit down with you in person, hop on a call, or even jump into emails or text, whatever method you prefer. And from there, we help you figure out how many t-shirts you want and get you a discounted and affordable cost for them. And just to clarify, the only thing you pay for with us is the shirts. Once we've gotten a feel for everything, we pick a date and make it happen. We can be as fast as 2 weeks out to as far as 2 months or more.
What's great about what we do is that we are here to tailor to your needs and serve your ministry. Our hope with the plan and project of 315 is to bring long-lasting impact. A few of them include: one, developing young leaders who you can identify and disciple even more. Two, grow your youth ministry as your group's passion and excitement for evangelism grows and brings in new students. Three, opens opportunities for more outreach and events that empower your students. Four, connects you and your students to us as an additional resource for relevant topics, discipleship, encouragement, and teaching that is biblical and trustworthy.
Yeah, so we hope that Project 315 is something of interest to you. We exist to grow the kingdom, and we desire more than anything to unite churches around the country and around the world to bring the gospel to all. And with that being said, please reach out if you have any questions. Let's get connected and let's grow the kingdom.
Boom.
Boom.
Hope to hear from you guys.
Boom.